What's up? So I realize there's a typo in there, but I fixed it on here. So excuse the typo. I wanted to welcome everybody, and a lot of people who don't know who I am. Apparently, most of those people who don't know who I am are from other states, and so they've read a blog and they believed it to be true. I just wanted to come on here. I'm on right now. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and we're streaming live uh, from Phoenix, Arizona. We've got to pack up. Got to head out of here pretty soon. Good morning, Concord. So let's chat for a minute. If you've never met me before, you don't know who I am. Well, then here, this is a chance to find out who I am, clear the air, and get rid of some confusion. And so let's go backwards to tell you where the confusion came from. I'm doing this because trying to respond to messages that are incorrect is kind of like herding cats. It's almost impossible. So you basically it's kind of like whack a mole. You pop one down, another one pops up, and then you pop one, another one pops up, and then someone aggravates it by going back or doubling down on a situation that probably didn't need to be doubled down on. So let's try to clear the air a little bit. And thanks, Bill. So and also, if you want to come on and chat with me, I will send a link pretty soon. Hello, Switzerland. Everybody knows me from Switzerland, Hong Kong, different countries who follow me for years. They know who I am. They know what I do. I've been doing TV for over 30 years. In that 30 years, I've also been doing police ride-alongs from the California Highway Patrol to a little stint with cops, a little bit with LAPD, the TV series, which you can see some of it on my YouTube account. I've done stuff with every agency almost in the Bay Area, including San Francisco Police Department. I've done stuff in Arizona with Phoenix Police Department, Department of Public Safety. I've done with the California Patrol. I've done ride-alongs with every single agency almost in the West. I even did Department of Defense. So basically what I'm saying is, yes, so let's go backwards and clear up some of the air about what went down. So on Saturday, I get a DM on my Instagram with some pictures and screenshots of Yelp reviews of a restaurant in San Francisco that, according to the reviews, people were upset because they kicked 3 uniform officers out of the restaurant because they had guns. Uh, okay, interesting enough. But I mean, a Yelp review in itself does not make it something that actually happened, because we all know Yelp can be anonymous. And you can write, the pizza had, Chuck cheese on it or something. And, it's just what people write. It's kind of like a lot of the review sites. You have to trust the reviewer as opposed to just people being rambling. So, of course, my response is to look into it deeper. So, what does deeper mean? It means to go deeper to find out how much of this is true, if it's true. And if it's true, then I'll disseminate it to the public. So, did my research. Turns out it was true. So, my next focus was to just disseminate it to the public and say, hey, this is what I'm hearing about a restaurant in San Francisco. Now, you can make your own decision about what happened. I just want you to see what happened. I don't have and with the climate in San Francisco, I was surprised that this was actually going on, which is what I wrote in my first tweet. That it's crazy that this is going on right now in this kind of environment that we're having with all the robberies and what have you. You would think you would want the police near you, not far away from you. Um, and you're right. Chris wrote, there's a lot of reviews that don't make sense, and that's what I mean about the reviews. But I'm not going to get too far off course. So hold your thoughts on your chat for a minute, because I don't want to get distracted. And in a few minutes, I'll let you chat and I'll answer any question you have. As a matter of fact, I will answer any question anyone has. So going back to the story. So it was put out that there was an issue. And the first thing that came back to me was, the biggest surprise was that I didn't check my facts. I don't know what I'm talking about, that I should, confirm this before I put something out. And my response back was, if you don't know me, then you obviously don't, because that's what I do before I post it, because that's a big story. If you put something out and it's wrong, then I'm in trouble. So that's what happened with that one. I put it out, and also someone else who I was chatting with on a DM. He was asking me, was it true? And I said, well, all I know is I have this response from them saying that they did it. And this was an email that was sent to me and only me. So I forwarded it to another person so they can see what I got. And I was surprised that within 5 or 10 minutes after that, there was a tweet from that person saying, breaking news, this restaurant, this and this restaurant, that. And then there were like 3,000 retweets over the time for that post. And on my post, it was like, well, you should check your facts because if you don't know what you're talking about, then you shouldn't post something. But on that particular fact, it was like, hey, great job. I'm glad you did that. Thank you for bringing it to light. Okay, fair enough. And it was just, to me, it was just a story I put out there just so that everybody can know about it. It was basically just a story. Until Saturday, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I see a message calling me the lowest scum of the earth. And I'm like, what did I do? What do I do? What did I do? Why am I the lowest scum of the earth today? I mean, I'm used to being called scum of the earth for everything. I mean, I've been doing, you see on my wall, that's a sign I got from Santa Clara Police Department. It's people behaving badly street sign. No, there's no street sign out there, but they made that sign for me because of my work for over 12, 13 years in the Bay Area. And so I read further and I get to the very bottom and it says that I am the co-owner of said restaurant. And I was like, wait, what? And I laughed because it's a laughable moment. Because of like they're actually naming me as and I didn't realize that it was from a blog. I thought it was just some random person posting on Facebook. And my response was, I'm going to have them take it down as misinformation. But I tried that once before, and Facebook told me, I quote, that because you're a public figure, people can write whatever they want about you, and we don't have to take it down. So that's what they told me. So I realized that even if I were to ask for a takedown, they would deny it. So I said, okay, I'll just laugh about this because it's funny. Not to realize that it actually was put out on Facebook and on Instagram and on, I think, Twitter by this blog called hotair.com blog or hot blog or something. And if you were recording this, you're welcome to record this and replay this any way you want to. Just make sure you plug it in right. Don't just let them. You know what I'm saying. So anyway, I didn't realize that it was sent out to 700,000 people. And I started reading the comments that started coming in. They started coming in slowly. The Scum of the Earth was the first one. Then it was, F you and, I hope you die. And maybe you get, you kicking the cops out. How dare you? And it was like, it was funny. It was funny until it wasn't funny anymore. And what made it not funny was when I woke up in the morning. Now that growth of numbers had been exponentially higher. And it went from, why does this guy even have a verified account on Twitter when he doesn't even like the police? There's one guy who wrote something. It was such a rambling. It was like, okay, I don't know what this is, but then it was like, okay, I hope people don't find out where I live at based on this false information. And it hasn't. I thought it would get better because once you say, hey, that's not me, it's a mistake. And I thought by saying that, it would actually calm it down. But one guy responded by saying, it doesn't matter if it wasn't you. If you're part of the media, then you're part of the problem. And because the media spreads false information, you by default are guilty of spreading false information. So therefore, whatever happens to you happens to you. And I'm like, we have really gone a long way with this. So going back to the story. So even today, people are doubling down. And some people are doing the joke thing. Oh, this is your restaurant, which is, I get you guys. You guys want to be funny and you guys want to, but you don't understand that people who don't know me and have never heard of me before read that. And reading comprehension is a lost art. So with reading comprehension, people read that as, oh, this is his restaurant. Because even one guy wrote, and I kid you not, he said, why do you have a GoFundMe account if you own a restaurant? Okay. All right. You got me there. You got me. So I decided now my whole thing is yes, I do own a restaurant. It's called Gotham by the Bay, and I serve up a dose of reality every single day. It's on YouTube. Go there, watch it. Gotham by the Bay. I put my link on there. That's the only thing I serve. I cook at home. Yes, I can cook. But I want you to understand, and I want everyone to share this video because I can't keep playing whack-a-mole every single day with this. And the part that gets me is that the blog just basically wrote, "Hey," his name was Ed Morrissey or whatever his name was. He wrote, "Hey, we made a mistake. We apologize. We'll take it down. We'll not take it down." They didn't take it down. They said we will add a line that it wasn't you, which is great. But you have to understand, in social media, people don't read. Uh, People do not read. They don't go backwards and read and look for a change of what was changed. They only remember what they read and they go with that. There is no let me go backwards and see. Just like the guy who tweeted out the story, he didn't attribute it to me, even though he got it from me. And I had to actually send him a DM and says, "Hey, uh, what about attribution?" He goes, "Oh, ha ha, ha, I'm sorry. Well, it was too late. He added after the fact. So if you look on the bottom, it says hashtag hash forward, whatever it is, HT Stanley Roberts. So what I'm trying to say is spread this. I want people to know that I, first of all, do not own any restaurants whatsoever. I don't. I've been in TV for 30 years. I have Emmy nominations, Golden Mics. I have awards from Congress. I have awards from city, state, and county officials. But I do not have a restaurant rating. And please stop going to YouTube or going to Yelp and trying to review me. I don't have a place to review me on YouTube. Or, I'm sorry, I don't have a place to review me on Yelp. There is no Stanley Roberts restaurant. I don't own a restaurant. The two people that own it are two women. I don't know. Last time I checked, I'm not a woman. So there we go. Anyway, so now what I'll do is I know people have been wanting to ask questions. It's if you want to come on and talk to me, you're welcome to. I know this is probably a bad idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to place a link here on the bottom of the screen. If you can see the link, you click it, and if you want to come on and talk to me, we can. But just keep in mind that if it looks like this is going south with you, then I'm going to delete you because I can instantly. But if you want to just text me a chat and a question, don't chat statements. If you have a question, send me a question. And please keep it short. I mean, I got people sending me messages that are like a paragraph. I don't have time to read that. So someone asked me, is any just considered slander or defamation? I looked up the definition of both. So slander is when you say it verbally. Defamation is when you say it. Libel and slander. Defamation itself is the blanket statement for libel or slander. So under definition of defamation, yes, it is. It is considered defamation because now it's ruining my livelihood. I can't function my business that I'm trying to build because of all the people that think that I own a restaurant that I don't, and that I kicked law enforcement out of a restaurant that I never owned. That I never owned. Need some water. So yes, in a way it is. And I think we have Ira here. Let me see if she'll pop in. Ira, can you hear me? Because I don't know, my speaker's been working kind of weird lately. Anyway, so someone says that, and so yes, so it is a form of that, of defamation. And the rest, but what happened with the website is they kind of went silent. And they went silent to the point where they figure that they just ignore it will go away. And not realizing that what they did was created a bigger issue. And it's the website is the blog was hotair.blog or .air.com. Anyway, I've been having a problem with the audio here lately, so I see Ira Haynes there, but I don't hear her audio. Make sure your mic's turned on. If you are, let me know, and then I will pop you in. I don't see any audio from you, so I'm assuming there's no audio. So what will happen is, and somebody asked me, will I try to hunt down them? I'm not in the mission of hunting people down. The mission of doing great quality content, which I've been doing for years, and which people know me for. If you don't know me, 6 years ago, I suffered a stroke, which almost killed me. I recovered because I knew what to do and how to react to it. And I wrote, "Sorry for your grief. I've enjoyed your presentations about many folks' very bad and even dangerous behavior. Be well and take care, amigo." Well, thank you, Ira. I appreciate it. I'm sorry you couldn't pop on there, but I do appreciate that you attempted to. Uh, so, oops, wrong button. Sorry. So anyway, the point being made was that, again, I do not own a restaurant. If you have any questions, now's the time to type them, and I will be more than happy to answer whatever I can in the chat. So this is your opportunity. Thank you, Brian Jenkins. You're not the same Brian Jenkins from Camden, are you? Because I went to school with a Brian Jenkins. Camden High. Woohoo, Panthers. Anyway, so no questions, and I will probably end this shortly. But if you don't know about me, look at my link tree. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. You can find out anything you want to know about me on that particular thing. So there it is. That's the link. It's Linktree Mr. Badley TV. All the information you want to know about me is in there. I will be able to. Let me see. Can you claim ownership of a restaurant and change it? No, you cannot change ownership. I don't want the restaurant. I don't do restaurants. I do TV. Restaurants is not in my repertoire. It's just television, writing. I love to write. I love to edit. Well, I'm not a big heavy duty editor. I'm actually not the best editor in the world. I can edit, but my thing is storytelling, shooting video, and writing to the information that I see. I work around cops at my job and have never had any ill will towards them, nor do I make them uncomfortable. I stay calm even when I'm stopped by cops. Well, that's good, Bill. Thank you for that. And it's important, it's like there's been a lot of things going on in the world. And I think what happened here, there are bigger issues, but it became something bigger. And it's kind of like a diversion from the reality of what's been going on in the world. Let's just keep it simple. Let's just keep it simple, folks. So now you know who I am, how to find me. No more questions. If there's no more questions, I can wrap this up because I don't want to be here all day. But I did want to have a chance to chat with the people that showed up. And please share on Twitter, share on Facebook, share on YouTube. More than happy to answer any more questions. If not, I'm going to wrap this up. I appreciate you guys taking the time. And you know how to find me. Stanley Roberts, executive producer, Mr. Badley Productions. Thank you.